Should I stay or should I go? It's a great question, right? We ask that of ourselves many times in our lifetime. For me, when I was young, I had to decide if I would leave home and when. I left at an early age, 18 years old. I got married, went in the Air Force. Ultimately, I had to decide whether or not to stay in the Air Force, and I left after almost 8 years. It worked out well for me. I had to decide whether or not to stay in my marriage, because we ultimately all do that, whether it's a marriage or a relationship. And I'm happy to say that this year we celebrated our 50th anniversary, so that speaks for itself. If you are in a relationship that is abusive, I would ask you to consider leaving that relationship. You're better than that. You don't need that in your life, and you're better. You just don't need to be abused. You weren't put here to be abused. When we completed our careers, my wife and I retired, and we took to the road in an RV. We sold our house, gave everything away, sold it. And that was a tough decision because we left behind family, which ultimately we were able to rejoin. And it was very gratifying to do that. And now here we are in Florida. Will we stay here? We don't know. At some point, obviously, we will have to go, which begs the ultimate question. Should you leave the earth of your own volition? And by that, I do mean suicide. And I can tell you the answer is definitely no. And I don't say this from some sort of moral attitude or a lofty perception of what's right and wrong. For me, at the age of 17, I had an NDE, a near-death experience. And you can find out about that on the internet. It's out there. There are interviews, and I intend to do a 3-part series following this video, perhaps, that documents that. But when I finished my NDE, I wanted to take my life so that I could return to this wonderful land I was in, this wonderful place. And a voice, for the first and last time, I never heard voices before or after, said no in a commanding tone. And I took my marching orders. We are here to serve. And by serve, I don't know that we know ever what we're really doing that serves the universe and God, but we are doing. And if we make the decision to cut it short, then all we've done is circumvented the master plan and probably, this is a guess, have to start this process all over again. I, for one, do not want to come back here if I do not have to. Maybe I will. We'll deal with that when and if. See you next time. Bye.